Think you know Asia? Think again, forget everything you've seen in movies or read in travel blogs. I'm about to take you on a whirlwind tour of the 10 most insane, mind-blowing, and downright bizarre culture shocks you'll find in East Asia. We're talking about things that are so different from what we're used to, it feels like landing on another planet. Some of these will make you laugh, some might freak you out, and a few could change the way you see the world forever. This isn't just a list, it's a survival guide for anyone who ever plans to step foot in Japan, China, or Korea. Each one of these facts gets crazier than the last. I'm talking about things that are polite in one country, but will get you kicked out of a restaurant in the next. And make sure you stick around, because the last one might just save you from a major faux pas that could ruin your entire trip. Let's get into it. Alright, first up, greetings. You walk up to someone new, what do? You probably stick out your hand for a handshake, right? Simple. Well, in East Asia, it's a total minefield. Japan, the bow. Bow depth signals respect, bow for apology, bow for gratitude. Get it wrong. Limp, wet fish handshake, super awkward. Now South Korea, more familiar. Handshakes are common in business, but a respectful handshake often uses the left hand to support the right forearm. Then China, different again. Handshakes are more common in cities, but a slight nod is often enough. Ever tried bowing and shaking hands at the same time? I guarantee you'll look ridiculous. Okay, let's talk about money. You just had an amazing meal, the service was incredible, and you want to show your appreciation. So you leave a generous tip, right? Wrong. In Japan, if you do this, you're going to cause chaos. Leaving a tip is considered rude, almost insulting. The staff will literally chase you down the street to give you your money back. The philosophy in Japan is that excellent service is standard. It's included in the price, and it's a matter of pride. Now, in South Korea, it's pretty similar. Tipping isn't part of the culture. It's not expected anywhere. China is where it gets confusing. Major international hotels and fancy restaurants might accept tips, but in a local noodle shop, you're more likely to get a weird look than a thank you. Alright, get ready, because this next one is where a lot of Westerners draw the line. Public bathing. In Japan, going to an onsen is a massive part of the culture. It's a place to relax, socialize, and get clean. But here's the catch. You have to be completely 100% naked. And these baths are communal, separated by gender. Yes, you really do have to get naked with strangers. There's a whole ritual too. You have to scrub yourself completely clean at a washing station before you even think about getting into the main bath. South Korea has a similar culture with its jjimjilbangs. These are massive 24-hour bathhouses with hot tubs, saunas, massage tables, and even sleeping areas. In China, public bathing culture isn't as widespread, so you're less likely to find yourself getting naked with your new friends. Think masks are a new thing? Think again. Long before 2020, wearing masks in public was normal in Japan, China, and South Korea. But the reasons were different. Sickness, allergies, pollution, fashion. In Japan, masks are about consideration for others. Tiny cold? Mask up so you don't spread germs. It's considered incredibly polite. In China, big cities, air pollution drives mask use. Bad air days, almost everyone masked to protect their lungs. In South Korea, it's a mix. Politeness when sick, protection from pollution, and fashion. K-pop idols wearing masks made them stylish. Post-pandemic mask culture remains strong. Not about fear, about respect. Okay, imagine you're at a fancy restaurant. You're served a bowl of soup, and the person next to you starts slurping it down as loudly as they possibly can. What's your first reaction? You'd probably think they have the worst table manners in the world, right? Well, if you're in Japan, that person is actually paying the chef the highest compliment. This one is going to break your brain. In Japan, when you eat noodles, ramen, soba, udon, you are supposed to slurp them. And not just a quiet little slurp. We're talking loud, enthusiastic, appreciative slurping. The louder you slurp, the better the chef feels. It's a sign that you are thoroughly enjoying your meal and helps cool down the hot noodles. In China, slurping is generally acceptable. But in South Korea, loud slurping is considered a bit impolite, especially among the younger generation. It's a culinary minefield for your mouth. This next one seems simple, but it is one of the most rigidly enforced social rules in East Asia. I'm talking about shoe etiquette. In the West, whether you take your shoes off depends on the household, but in Japan and Korea, it's not a suggestion. You always take your shoes off. The entrance area, called a genkan in Japan, is lower than the rest of the floor. This is the designated dirty zone where shoes are removed. You step out of your shoes and onto the raised, clean floor. Wearing your outside shoes inside is seen as incredibly disrespectful, like walking into someone's living room and spitting on the floor. They will provide you with indoor slippers to wear instead. Many traditional restaurants, temples, schools, and offices require you to remove your shoes. And then there's the bathroom slipper rule. You switch from indoor slippers to toilet slippers, then switch back. Forgetting to switch back is a classic embarrassing tourist mistake. And make sure your socks don't have holes. Let's talk about personal space. You know that invisible bubble we all like to keep around ourselves? Well, in many parts of East Asia, that bubble is about to get popped. Violently. If you've ever thought your local subway was crowded, you have no idea what's coming. Riding the subway in Tokyo or Beijing is pretty much a full-contact sport. I'm talking about being literally compressed on all sides. In Japan, they have station attendants known as oshiya, whose job is to physically shove people into train cars. You don't even need to hold on because the sheer density of bodies holds you upright. The situation is similar in major Chinese cities like Shanghai and Beijing. People will push and shove not out of malice but out of necessity. In South Korea, particularly Seoul, while the subways are busy, there's a slightly greater sense of personal space. People tend to be more orderly and less prone to pushing. It's organized chaos and you're just a sardine in the can, so get ready to get cozy. Giving a gift seems like a nice simple gesture, right? In East Asia, it's actually a complex ritual with a dozen hidden rules that can totally trip you up. Get it wrong, and you could accidentally insult your host. In Japan, the presentation of the gift is often more important than the gift itself. It must be beautifully wrapped and presented with both hands as a sign of respect. When you receive a gift in Japan, you're not supposed to tear it open right away. That's seen as greedy. You should express gratitude, set it aside, and open it later in private. You should never give things in sets of 4. The word for 4, shy, sounds like the word for death. Giving a clock in China is a huge taboo. The phrase sounds like attending a funeral. The act of giving is also a performance. Offer with humility, the receiver refuses a couple times before accepting. It's a delicate back and forth dance. In Korea, gift giving is important during holidays like Chuseok. Sets of spam, yes, canned meat, are a popular gift. In China, red envelopes with money are common, but the amount has to be just right. The whole interaction is a social test, and honestly, you don't want to fail. Think dating is universal? A guy meets a girl, they go out, they fall in love, simple, right? Well, wait till you see what's normal in East Asia. It's on another level. Public displays of affection are a great example. In the West, it's pretty normal to see couples holding hands, hugging, kissing in public. In Japan and China, that's much rarer. It's often considered inappropriate or embarrassing. But in South Korea, it's a total 180. Korean couples are famous for showing off they're a couple. They wear matching outfits, couple phone cases, couple everything. And the way people meet is different too. In Korea, group dating is super common. A group of guy friends, a group of girlfriends, often set up by a mutual acquaintance. It's like a low-pressure audition. In Japan, there's Gokon, a structured group meetup instead of an intense one-on-one blind date. It's less about individual chemistry and more about social dynamics. Think dating is universal? Friends as wingmen and your matching t-shirt is your ultimate romantic gesture. Alright, we've made it to the last one, and trust me, we saved the most mind-blowing for last. Let's talk about something we all use every day. Toilets. In the West, a toilet is a toilet. It's pretty basic. But in Japan, going to the bathroom is like stepping into the cockpit of a starship. Their high-tech toilets or washlets are legendary. We're talking heated seats, which are a gift from heaven in the winter. But that's just the beginning. These toilets have a control panel with a dizzying array of buttons. There are functions for a bidet spray, adjustable pressure, adjustable temperature, a separate spray for women, a blow dryer, and some even have a privacy button that plays music. Many have automatic lids that open when you approach and close when you leave. It's the most luxurious bathroom experience you will ever have. Now let's swing over to China. While high-tech toilets are available in fancy hotels, you are far more likely to encounter the exact opposite, the squat toilet. For many Westerners, this is the ultimate culture shock. It's essentially a ceramic hole in the floor that you have to squat over. It takes balance, thigh strength, and a bit of courage the first time. And pro tip, always bring your own toilet paper, because it's rarely provided. South Korea is a mix of the two extremes. You'll find modern Western-style toilets and some high-tech washlets, but you'll also still find squat toilets, especially in older buildings. You never quite know what you're going to get. And wait till you see what these Japanese toilets can do. Some models even have medical sensors that can analyze your output. Trust me, you'll want to stay till the end of your trip just to use the toilet again. And that's a wrap. From awkward greetings to space-age toilets, East Asia is full of surprises. We've seen how a simple gesture like tipping can be a huge insult, how getting naked with strangers is a beloved social activity, and how the sound of slurping can be music to a chef's ears. What do you guys think? Which culture shock surprised you the most? Was it the idea of pushers on the subway, the complex gift-giving rules, or the fact that spam can be a fancy present? I genuinely want to know what blew your mind. Let us know in the comments. Your stories and reactions are the best part of making these videos, so don't be shy. Let's get a conversation going down below. If you love this deep dive into cultural differences, you're going to love what we have coming up next. We're planning more adventures and more insane stories from all over the globe. Want more wild stories from around the world? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.